Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And I did not see that coming. That the Tonight Show ratings were going to soar to a multi-year high because Greg Gutfeld went on, gave Jimmy Fallon a hug. The internet melted down because now they're like, oh my God, he's a Nazi sympathizer and he's MAGA.
Really, I kind of would have guessed most of that would have been coming.
I don't know.
For real, because I'm thinking.
Well, I can make the Nazi joke if you know I had.
I'm just saying because, like, look, Bluesky's going to have a fit, obvious.
Yeah.
They bring in Gutfeld onto the show, and he was hugging him or whatever. People were going to like watch it on both sides, either hate watch it or watch it because you like Gutfeld. So of course you got instead of half an audience, you're getting the whole audience, and wow,
like we used to.
What a concept!
Like we used to do, like everybody would watch the Tonight Show. Yeah, I think Jimmy Fallon is going to be the last man standing. I think they know what they need to do to keep the eyeballs because everybody else is failing at that. Now, Colbert got a bit of a boost because of all the controversy around him getting fired. And it's so weird to see his competitor go the opposite direction. Just be like, you know what? Instead of doubling down on Trump, let's go get Greg Gutfeld, have him on. And
what makes more sense? Let's double down and alienate a large part of our audience, or let's go embrace it and get twice the audience.
Well, he embraced
Which one makes more sense?
Yeah. So that's what I want to talk about, because this is again another sign that things are changing, that we're kind of going back to center, I think. And this goes along with some canceled journalists or whatever now getting all kinds of fat deals, and Barstool Sports got a fat deal. Yesterday you weren't in that video, fat deal. Stephen Colbert gets fired by CBS Paramount for underperformance, and he was very critical of the UFC and of Joe Rogan, and then they turn around and give the UFC a $7 billion deal.
Basically, it's a company. It's going to do what the company is to do to make money. And clearly, if the people that you've been backing have been costing you your audience and costing you money, it makes a lot of sense to go the opposite direction and go after the larger demographic that might bring you money.
Yes, and they like money. At the end of the day, they honestly chased the activists and chased the far left because they were convinced by the wrong people that that's where the money came from. And for a while it did. I think venture capital and stuff, they had mandates and shit like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is too. And I think that you have people probably changing guard in some of these places too, where they got rid of some people because there was a definite concerted effort to get certain people in that were the right check boxes, and then they would make it their mission to get their friends deals or whatever. And then when they realized that's costing us a lot of money but bringing us very little in return, they got rid of these people and put other people in charge that are actually just there to make money.
Yeah, and they ran these businesses into the ground, and now they're trying to recoup their losses. And look, Universal, Comcast, they tend to lean left, but I think overall they tend to be more middle of the road. I mean,
they don't still say much. Like
they really
Disney,
don't.
Disney, where they were constantly putting out statements, like when the whole parental rights and education bill, the Don't Say Gay thing happened. Like they weren't saying anything publicly too much, but Disney was out there burning the bridges because they kept running their mouth.
It cost them. It actually I believe it caused more harm to their LGBTQ plus employees because there was such a big ass deal about it. They put a target on people. Whereas Comcast is like, yeah, we support people, whatever.
Comcast, I know people who work at Universal and stuff, and they said that they got more support over there, and that they didn't lay off their employees the way that Disney did and other stuff. So
well, they also have a cable monopoly, so, and an internet monopoly, so they can bankroll. But they just went ahead with another Harry Potter expansion at Epic Universe. They don't give a shit about the activists. They don't care. It's like it makes money, right? You might not like it, just don't come. I guess don't buy our shit. But they're gonna do what they're gonna do. So let's talk about this. Things are definitely changing. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You will get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
So, the Tonight Show's ratings soared to a multi-year high because of Gutfeld. I don't watch Gutfeld.
My parents do.
I probably, yeah, they watch a
No,
lot
I
of
know
Fox
they do. They
News.
tell me. They tell me they do.
I am vaguely aware of who he is. He is I guess, a stand-up comedian. So him and Fallon, I guess they used to run the same circles when they were doing stand-up.
I have seen clips of him, and he is pretty funny. He basically does what we do, and he calls out the obvious.
He gets paid a lot more. He gets paid a lot more than we do. All right.
He doesn't have a ginger.
That's right. I got a ginger.
I'm just saying. See, they could make a deal and get paid a lot more if they had a ginger. Yeah.
I think they'd
That's
pay
my
us
argument, and I'm sticking with it.
They pay us to do a morning show over there, and then we can go on The View. We can go on as like guest host on The View.
I would love to go on The View. That would be glorious.
Hey, Whoopi, how's it going?
Field day with that one.
Actually, I liked Whoopi Goldberg until her brain fell out.
I would be like,
I'd
be like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's like why aren't you cool? Whoopi used to be like really cool. What the hell happened?
Whoopi and that Sunny and stuff, especially Sunny. I just
she's a
Joy.
waste.
I'd be like,
Joyless.
literally, what's wrong with you?
I still can't get over how these women have these very happy sounding names. Whoopi, Joy, Sunny, and they're all miserable.
I know, right?
Like the irony in that. It's like, God. Anyway, it said, according to Nielsen, Thursday's Tonight Show drew an average of 1.71 million total viewers. Still not great. I mean, geez, Mr. Beast gets more than that in an hour. Though several Tonight Show episodes airing after football games in the Olympics opening ceremony over the last couple of years have drawn larger audiences, Thursday's numbers represent the show's highest ratings for a regular episode since 2023, when an episode following the Voice finale drew 1.74 million. And again, they were watching the Voice, so they just left the TV on.
Yeah, so it's the biggest one without an event.
Well, likely this is bullshit. Well, likely some of Thursday's viewers can be attributed to the night's lead guest, the Jonas Brothers. Unusually,
That's what it was.
The show's share of the total viewing audience increased during Gutfeld's segment compared to the half hour preceding it.
Yes, it's a Jonas Brothers, guys. That's why everyone was tuning in, because they're the hottest things in the last, whatever. They haven't been hot for years.
They're trying to understand this. Another indication of viewer interest in Gutfeld's sit down with Fallon can be found on the show's YouTube channel, where the Gutfeld interview this week was their most viewed clip by a large margin, almost 1 million views. The runner-up at 412,000 is a performance from Pink Pantheress. I don't know who that is. As late nighters Bill Carter wrote Friday, those tuning in hoped to see fireworks between the two late night hosts. They would have been disappointed. Fallon and Gutfeld avoided talk of both politics and late night rivalries in a jovial 10-minute long chat. It's the Tonight Show. That's what Johnny Carson used to do. That's what they used to do. I used to watch Arsenio Hall. God, I miss Arsenio Hall. I loved Arsenio. I used to watch Arsenio pretty much every night. And that's what they did. They talked to celebrities about their projects.
There was no representation for anybody until the last 10 years.
It's like, and he was a great Winston in Ghostbusters, by the way. And that might have been subliminal. Maybe I just like Arsenio Hall because I didn't even know Arsenio Hall was Winston on the Ghostbusters cartoon, Real Ghostbusters, until years later. But I always liked Winston the best out of all the characters on the show.
I liked Winston the best too. Actually, that's our daughter's favorite too.
Yeah.
Is that why Winston's name is Winston?
It is. It is
that
actually.
Makes sense.
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah. People thought it was Winston Churchill. I'm like, no, I'm not that highbrow. It was Winston from Ghostbusters.
Well, there you go.
There we go. There's a little bit of trivia. It's an homage. There we go. The following night on his own show, Gutfeld praised Fallon, saying it took guts to invite him on the show and drag those who expected him to attack the NBC host, noting that he went on the show for the same reason I started my own show. Late night needs more fun. I was a gracious guest and a nice guy. Yeah.
That's just it. Late night used to attract a lot of people because it used to be fun. Like Saturday Night Live used to be a hell of a lot funnier. Now it's had its moments recently, but
it has,
until recently, it's kind of been not so funny. It's hit and miss. Bring funny back. Bring comedy back. Bring people being allowed to laugh together back. Don't be perpetually triggered by every little fucking thing. It's ridiculous. Not everything is a microaggression. It's just people want to have fun, people want to laugh, especially now with the economy being the way it is, and people, they're struggling and they're stressed, and they got tired of every time they wanted to read a comic book, it was all politics and agenda. Yeah. Every time you went to the movie, it was fucking politics and agenda. Every time you turned the TV on and it was any celebrity, anything, it was politics and agenda. They're tired of it. Make it funny again. it's refreshing to see two people on different sides get along and not even speak about politics. Because you know what? That's what it used to be all the time.
Yeah. And I miss that. I miss being able to just, and that was people watch late night and they watch SNL, just kind of turn their brains off and laugh and enjoy themselves.
God, they lose their shit over Mad TV or in living color now.
Oh my God. I was watching
explode.
I was watching Mad TV reruns on whatever Ryan Reynolds has that channel. I forget what the hell it's called, but they were running Mad TV reruns and I'm like, damn, this show was spicy. I mean, it really was for its time. It was so good. It was better than SNL. And it was like, yeah, they could never get away with 90%.
Yes. They have the one character, the one Wayne's brother in drag and like supposed to be like, really ugly woman and stuff. And
on Living Color, it was just like,
you can't get away with that now. And there was one special needs superhero.
Oh my God, yeah, you could never do that.
Away with it now. It's funny.
I still remember the birth control pilgrim. That's
birth control pilgrim.
The birth control pilgrim. Look it up.
My daughter's favorite episode of Saturday Night Live was the one about, I don't remember who the singer was, but it was like a Halloween special. They're talking about how they died, and he liked to put stuff on his butt that jolted him, and he stuck a up his rear end. She was little, not little, like I don't know, early like 12 or 13, like 12 maybe. My sister showed her that video, and she memorized all the words.
Yeah. It was. I remember that. It's like, here's how we died.
It's a hilarious. I forget who it was, but it's a hilarious skit. But yeah, no.
God. And Saturday Night Live, actually, the last couple of years, I've noticed that they've been like, they don't really give a shit. Yeah, I mean, it's not like, because I remember even during the pandemic, they had the skit I talked about the other day where they were careful. Like, you weren't allowed to question the vaccine, you weren't allowed to question the mandates. Careful. They had Elon Musk on before. I don't think they would do it now. And some people protest. They're like, I can't believe you put him on. They had Trump on before. I'm like, they don't give a shit. But
ratings, man,
it's good for ratings. Bill Murray's coming on apparently as a musical guest, which is funny. But Bill Murray kind of got canceled too because Bill Murray was saying some stuff recently that they're just like, oh my God, Bill Murray.
I don't think cancellation matters anymore. It just means that more people are going to look for you and find out more information about you, and it's going to boost you. That's basically what cancellation means anymore. But it's like, they're going into the show and they're having fun and they're friends because there's this crazy idea, this notion, and it's been going on for years, that you can be friends with people who think differently than you. They could vote differently than you. They could have different opinions on things, but there's a lot of things they agree with you on, and you can still be friends. I know, hard to believe, right? Because the last 10 years feels like 100.
Yeah, it does. It feels like we're finally coming into a different era, but we've got some holdovers. We got some hippie bullshit going on here. BuzzFeed. This seals it for me. People are completely turning on Jimmy Fallon for his recent talk show guest. It's not pretty. I don't know. His ratings are pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I don't think he cares.
I don't think he cares. This is a guy who wants to keep his job. Like, I think Comcast is like, you know what? We've dealt with the Harry Potter backlash. We don't give a shit.
They're not gonna cater to you guys who are going after and trying to cause them trouble. They're just gonna do what's gonna piss you off. But they're smart because what's gonna happen is a lot of these people that hate are gonna tune in. It's like a lot of people hate watch The View. A lot of people are gonna hate watch this stuff because the Gutfeld was gonna be on. So absolutely. The audience that normally watches Fallon and the audience that's gonna hate watch this. You have all the people. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I just see some like sassy dude getting his popcorn, being like, this is going to be a shit show and I'm here for it, and sitting down with his popcorn like nothing happens.
And then like on the other side, they're all tuning in because they're like, oh my gosh, Gutfeld's going to be on Fallon, And then they have record audiences because it's almost like if you get an audience that's across the board, not just, one side, and especially the side that, I'm sorry, is in the minority in a lot of things.
Yeah.
You're going to get a much better return on it. And then since they know each other already and they're trying to be funny, that you can agree to disagree, and you can agree not to talk politics, just be fun. You could not everything has to be about political bias and where you're at on the spectrum. I know there's so much jokes in there. I know.
Oh God, Fallon has always been a yes to everyone man. The guy's got zero convictions. I'm like, he's the Tonight Show host.
Long ago.
Yeah, and think back to Jay Leno. Jay Leno was kind of low key throwing shade at Colbert and Kimmel. He was like, your job is to entertain people. Like, he's like, I was friends with Rodney Dangerfield for years. I never knew how he voted. I mean, I know people I've been friends with. I don't know how they vote. I keep
telling people, when we were younger, I mean, not even long ago, You don't know people voted because it wasn't like something you told people. You don't. That's one thing you don't ask anybody is who you voted for because it's not your business. And you would never know who people around you voted for and who your friends and family voted for, and it was fine. You didn't need to know. And everybody didn't have that where they were getting angry and hating each other because you're a bigot because this or you're a snowflake because of that. You didn't know and you didn't ask because it was impolite to ask.
So that escalated. I'm going through the comments. It goes from this is on Reddit, by the way. I'm looking at Reddit. And
It's Reddit. Maybe say more.
And they're like, yeah. So it started with, Jimmy ruffled Trump's hair back in 2016 to try to humanize. Went from that to he's an alcoholic groomer. And here's all the stuff I've heard.
But they've been like kissing his ass, and because I don't like Jimmy Fallon that much, and I've mentioned that before. But these people have been kissing his ass forever, and now he does one thing they don't like, and now they're going the other way. Shocker.
They're like,
I've always said I hated him.
Why can't Conan come back? I love Conan. Why can't Conan come back? Wish he had a format like Bill Maher. I can't stand Bill Maher. They're trying to say Bill Maher is like alt-right now too. I'm like, what?
He's just common sense.
He's just, God, nobody used to know like. Unless
everyone's alt-right, no one is.
Pretty much, like back in the day, it was like, I mean, you would listen to somebody talk or they'd do an interview and you'd kind of be like, okay, I kind of sort of think I got to beat on their politics, but people are complicated, right? People can be like 90% on one side and then like 10% on the other for whatever reason.
Sometimes people don't vote by party, but they vote by the person. And that, that's what you should do anyway. You should look at what they're promising, what their track record is, and that kind of stuff, and vote by the person, not the party as it is. But they are just so pickled that it's just ridiculous.
So we had the Daily Beast. I mentioned that yesterday. They're melting down. Here we have on Bluesky, which is always fun. It's always fun to see Bluesky. They're just like completely just over it. They're trying to find reasons to tie Jimmy Fallon to MAGA and Nazism, and
because he had one guest on. They don't.
Oh, that's right here. Yeah,
that was from years ago.
10 years ago, he had Donald Trump on, who used to be beloved by the left. Donald Trump, left-wingers love Donald Trump. He was a celebrity. Everybody knew he had his own show on NBC, for God's sake, for years, The Apprentice. He was huge.
He was up there. He helped out so many people too. And they're just like, whatevs. You don't vote the way I want, so screw you.
So then I bring up Trump cryptically says Fallon and Kimmel will be canceled. They're next. No, I don't think so. I think Fallon, especially the ratings boost and the fact that he's willing to just play it down the middle, will probably live. He'll probably survive. Kimmel definitely. Kimmel's not doing good.
People need to understand the reason you're doing poorly is because you're trying to appeal to one half of the aisle. And if you just don't go political and try to appeal to the widest range of guests and audience possible, you'll do better. It's not hard. I'm
convinced that, and same with Colbert, like people are watching Colbert now, more so than they have in a long time, or he would be getting canceled. And I'm sorry, you can't say it's because of Trump, because South Park's been roasting the hell out of Trump and they're fine, but they make money. They're making money. But I think that the reason The View is still on the air, honestly, is because people tune in just to see what dumb shit they're going to say.
That's what I'm saying. I think that they get all the hate views, and that's why people are
hate views are just amusing. It's amusing. It's amusing. It's like watching Maury Povich or something. You know what I'm saying?
It's like watching a meltdown daily. Over something stupid, usually.
And Kibble's just boring and annoying and nobody cares. He's actually, I would say, I'm looking at these numbers. I'm like, he is definitely, if anybody's going to get canceled next, it's going to be Kimmel. He's done. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah.
There you go. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Attention, stupid humans. Warlords are evil, just like Gary Gygax and Professor Tolkien warned you. Series 1 of these orc enamel pins are on Kickstarter again for a very limited time. Pick your clan, join the Horde, and cause some mayhem. Go to badorks.com. That's badorks.com.